Hey guys, it's TBGP, and today we are talking about an up-and-coming life simulator game. Yes, I'm starting to do this garbage now too. I don't mean that I'm gonna do this constantly, but every time I see something interesting, I'll try to talk about it. Paralyzed video coming soon. Before we get on in talking about the life simulator game, I want to express that if you hear my audio sounds a little weird, I'm recording with the fan on because it's too hot for that. I'm sure y'all don't want to hear me complaining every 5 seconds about me feeling like I am getting heat sickness. So please accept my fan. Today, we are talking about the life simulator game Inzoi. This is the Korean life simulator game that's like everyone's talking about graphically. And I'm gonna just say this real quickly. I am very suspicious of this game. So I'm not going to get into my points yet, why I'm suspicious of this game. We're going to go over the general, like everything else first, and then we'll talk about why I find this game kind of suspicious. So what is Inzoi? Inzoi is an upcoming life simulator game in the veins of the games like The Sims, and yeah, The Sims, because, you know, we don't have that many, Sims-like life simulators, but, it's hyper-realistic graphics. They're like, it's hyper-realistic graphics. Like, you can tell. Not to mention, to me personally, it reminds me of the Korean art style when it comes to, like, drawing. I don't know if people even, like, draw who are watching this, but, like, if you've ever seen art for, like, webtoons and all that kind of stuff, it's like that Korean art style where you can so totally tell that it is a Korean art style, okay? So this game is being made by Krafton, which apparently made PUBG, and I think that's all I know that it made, because I didn't even know about this company until Inzoi came out. That's a theme, isn't it? Because I didn't even know what Paradox was. I forgot what Paradox was until, you know, the tragedy, which is Life by You. So yeah, they made like PUBG and stuff, which is where some of my suspicions come, but you know, let's get on to like the features and stuff that they're talking about is going to be in the game. They have announced a lot of features so far. Like one of their things they said they're most proud of is their create a character system, which I have some issues with because I have issues with everything, but I'll talk about that later. They said that they're going to have drivable cars with customization and possibly car accidents, which that intrigues me. I like chaos sometimes, and just think your sim just goes, Zoe just decides to run in the streets and then they get hit by a car. Would I probably restart? Yes. Will it give me a good laugh? Absolutely. They're gonna have autosave functionality, which, I don't know about that. I'm okay with autosaves, but I don't want it saving when I do something stupid. You know? I don't really want that. Like, I don't. I prefer automatic saves because then I know exactly where the last time I saved. But hopefully it's a mixture of both. I did not hear if it is, but hopefully it's a mixture of both. They're gonna have a lot of group activities like karaoke, chess, visiting cafes. You can pick people up in your cars, chatting. You know, your significant other can walk you outside and like give you a kiss goodbye when you're going to work. Like that is actually very interesting. I am very interested in that. All right. That sounds actually perfection. Apparently they're gonna have a difficulty setting related to relationships. So if you're one of those people that like, I want to strive for my relationships, then you can. Or if you want it to be easy. Personally, no, I would just probably have it a medium because medium makes more sense. You have a reputation system. This is actually one of the parts that I wanted to talk about because I love a reputation system. I want to be able to make storylines where we got a bad boy or something like that, worst reputation on this planet, and then you have like a good girl or something, or opposite, bad girl, whatever. Like that is so interesting. And if you want to have a criminal, I hope they have a criminal career in this. Oh my gosh, they better. I will cry if there's no criminal career. You can edit the city, you know, change the weather, landscape, cleanliness, all that kind of stuff. So, and crime rates, which I'm also excited about because, as you know, I like chaos. So, yes, support for modders and, you know, custom content. So, of course, as usual, we're gonna get some CC. They're gonna have a front, I'm assuming like something like Second Life where it's called Canvas, where you could just download stuff that other people made. And that's interesting. It just depends. Hopefully people ain't charging for stuff because that's where problems start happening. Apparently they're gonna have dream, sleepwalking, and dream interpreters, which, I'd rather just let the dreams be cryptic because in real life, if I have a cryptic dream, I ain't asking nobody about it. Nah, bro. I'll just live with that. And I think it's funny to do that for your characters too, because realistically, a lot of people ain't trying to get freaking interpreters. They're gonna have a studio for taking screenshots. I seen like they had a new set and like a plane and stuff, so you could take those kind of screenshots. I do not care about that garbage, but there are people who do, and it has filters, which a lot of people say it's like a built-in reshade type thing where you could put it on the pictures. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Then I don't have to download reshade, you know? And of course, the customization. They have like multiple, okay, it's so hard to explain, but they're going to have so much customization. Obviously, I'm going to try to put some stuff about it on the screen, and it's going to be like, oh, you know, colors, and you can have it ombre, you can have it short, you can have it long, and you can like cut it off. The same thing with clothes. I've seen that, and I find it very interesting. Originally, when like people were playtesting this game, they didn't have a slider for skin. They just had swatches, but now they do, which, hey, I appreciate that. That sounds amazing. And it's supposed to be very customizable, but it doesn't look like they have like the drag and pull feature from The Sims 4, which even though I don't like The Sims 4 and I don't really like that feature, I feel like it would be appreciated, or more sliders for certain body areas. I hope they have that, but I don't know. I see a lot of their stuff, but they don't really go in depth on the character creator like they should. But maybe I'll see something else, and then I'm gonna have to update this video. But that's all the features that I know for now. I feel like I'm missing one. I know they're gonna have babies and children and stuff like that. There's this funny clip from one of their trailers where the dude's just dancing in front of the baby, and I don't know why I find that so freaking funny. They said that it's not gonna be like Grand Theft Auto with the driving and all that kind of stuff. It seems like a very interesting game overall. Also, you can like punch people, which, yo, slapping is not enough, but punching? Oh, buddy, let's go. I want to freaking deck somebody. Of course I do. Yes, I'm a sad individual. They have like a bunch of, what's it called? Settings. Oh, they're gonna have weather in the base game too, which that's a hoot and a half, bro. That is absolutely a hoot and a half. And they're also going to have like, I guess people walking around, all that kind of good stuff, which would make the environment more environmental. I don't know. You know, I feel like I've been yapping for a while now, so let me calm down and start getting to my suspicions and my own personal issues with what I've seen so far. So, I'm gonna talk about what I think is interesting of this game, and then we'll make it to the other points eventually. So, things that I find very interesting about Inzoi is the way the game looks. I hate to be that person, but I do love a good bit of realism. I like semi-realism, or a art style that can be molded in either direction. I know a lot of people don't like semi-realism, but I do. I think it looks so nice. Like, I do like it. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's kind of pretty. And no, there's actually no doubt about it that Inzoi is a very pretty game. So I'm like, you know, looks wise, you know, you got me hooked. Also, like, weather in the base game is top tier. Love that. Please continue forth with such beauty. I love weather. I like the editing town system. That sounds like a hoot and a half. I'm not even gonna sit here and joke with you. Being able to put up my crime rate sounds like a good idea. Like, I hope they have a police career and a criminal career, but like, they haven't revealed that much about the game, so I'm not gonna get my hopes up, but I want that. I really do want that. I like, so far with the interactions they showed, I like the fact that babies and children or stuff are going to be in the base game. Looks like they're gonna have elders as well, but from what I've seen, the elders are real wrinkly. Like, buddy, why you look like that? And I'm interested. By the way, I'm interested. I have, of course, my own problems with certain things, but so far it looks so interesting. I'm interested enough to want to play the game, but I'm not, but it doesn't mean I personally trust what's going on yet. And like I said, I'll talk about my suspicions in a minute, but it's so pretty. I like some of the features. Sleepwalking sounds hilarious. The being able to hang out with friends at like karaoke sounds grand. I don't know what language they speak. Ooh, they have it that you can edit like your own town and add your own videos and stuff on there, which means I can just have a looped video of people doing the schmoozle dance and it will be top tier. Yeah, I just think it's so interesting. You have customizable patterns. They got the color wheel, which, of course, y'all know I do love a good color wheel. I cannot make my color-themed houses without a color wheel. And of course, I'm interested in the interactions that I've seen so far. I think they have I don't know if they have a height slider, but I hope so. Probably not, but I would hope so. I love a good height slider. Like, I love height sliders, but The only game so far that has it is Paralives, and that's not even out yet. So we will look forward to it. There's probably so many other things that I like about the game that I cannot think of at the moment. Oh, driving. I do like that. That's interesting. And the prospects of car accidents sound like an actual hoot and a half, but I don't know just yet, so we're just gonna not mention too much because I don't know if they're gonna actually add it in the game. But there are probably other great things about the game that I just can't think of off the top of my head. Oh, the customization of like clothes and sleeves and all that kind of stuff, cutting your hair and all that's very interesting. Okay, I just hope it's even more interesting. I hope they have a skincare feature. That will be such a hoot. I don't know, but that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, I don't want to make this video 1,000 years long. Now here are some qualms that I have, and this goes into my suspicions too. First of all, this goes to the customization. Even though I was just praising it to the high heavens, I don't know about the customization. I don't know if it's as in depth as I want it to be. I seen the body sliders and I'm just like, that's Sims 3 level body sliders, dude. You cannot be serious. And it's like weight, muscle mass, and I think that's it. And like you can fix your facial fat, but I don't think that's enough. And I seen what the biggest weight that you can have your Inzoi, and I don't think it's enough. It also, they're just like cylinder, they're like square. I'll put something that I've seen about it on there, and they don't really show off much, which makes me question it. So yeah, I very much question that because I'm not gonna play a life simulator game without like a good set of weight sliders. Yeah, I can't play that as a chubbier person myself. If I can't make myself, then what's the point of the life simulator? And I hold my suspicions of why they don't want to use it for like promotional stuff either. First, it's not very good, it looks like. I don't know if they've updated it either. And it's also a Korean game. And this is not me trashing on anyone or anything like that, but I just do know for a fact in Asia and stuff like that, especially weight and stuff like that, is it's not looked at as the best. So like I'm just taking that with a grain of salt and why they're not really showing much of it, but hopefully they fix it because that just makes me sad. Here's another thing is how in-depth the game is. They have a trait system and stuff, but they don't really talk about personality. I've been watching, like, binging trailers for the last few days just to, see, and I don't think I've heard anything about personality or, like, uniqueness of each Zoi yet. I'm sure they mentioned something about it, but I can't find anything, and that's what makes it a little questionable, because I don't want every Zoi to feel the same, because then more or less it's like The Sims 4, just pretty, and I don't really want that, at all. And also, are all the jobs active? I don't really want to play that all the time. I hope not. I feel like they mentioned something about it as well, but I cannot find it at the moment. I just hope not all the jobs are active, because I'm really not interested in always every day doing the same mundane tasks. Yeah, so that's some of my things that I have, like my personal gripes. I don't know yet. I have no idea what they're gonna do yet, but like I said, these are just like personal things. I don't know how in-depth it's gonna be, and that bothers me because I want my characters to have personality. I don't want them to be the same person every single time. Like, you could try your hardest, but if they seem like they're the same person, that's not really fun. So hopefully that's something that I either will learn after this video, or they'll fix during the game. That will be well appreciated. Now let me talk about my suspicions. My issue with the game is that Crafton is a Korean company that made games like PUBG, and from what I heard, Crafton is known for adding microtransactions. And if you know who I am, I do hate microtransactions. Like, it's a scam. I know I'm using that word loosely, but that's a scam. And this game is most likely going to have microtransactions, and it's probably going to be for cosmetic stuff, and it's going to be very annoying. I can already tell you that. They're most likely going to have a lot of microtransactions because it's that kind of game, and that's what I fear, because I also think The Sims 5 is going to have microtransactions, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, this game is probably going to have microtransactions, which bothers the heck out of me, and we all know I'm not a big fan of it. And that's one of my biggest suspicions. I am not interested in microtransactions. One of my also big issues that I'm already foreseeing right about now is what is going on with the frame rate? Everything I look at from this game, the frame rate is so bad. I have no idea what's happening, but the frame rate is terrible. Like, bro, this game looks like it runs 12 frames per second, and I hope that's just because it's like development footage and not real footage, but that junk looks like it lags. I also want to say computer-wise, look, we all know I have a gaming beast of a computer. It's a very good computer that is not very cheap either. And for everyone who has lower end PCs, I'm just like, y'all were complaining about Life by You, bro. Inzoi is gonna burn your GPU. The freak, that thing looks. That game does not look like it runs very well, and I genuinely wonder if I can run it on my own computer when the time comes. That's the freaking problem, and hopefully they address that issue and, you know, continue onwards, you know, with, you know, being great, because I don't want to sit here and think the game's gonna be bad, no, but I will keep my suspicions and I will take everything with a grain of salt until, like, they release some substantial stuff and, you know, maybe even have a demo or something, because Pally, what is happening with that frame rate? Besides that, I also want to address one more thing, because it is not fair that I'm talking about this without talking about a large-scale issue. The freaking hate! Oh my gosh! Okay, like, I have to mention this in every time I make a video about another life simulator. The hate these games get is literally unwarranted. Okay, like, there's one thing about me being like, I'm interested, but I'm suspicious about certain things, because at the same time, I almost think this is a scam game. But, like, y'all who like The Sims 4 need to stop. Y'all literally need to calm the freak down. It ain't that deep. It ain't that serious, dude. Stop, please. I'm begging you. Get a hobby. Stop hating on games just because you like The Sims 4. It's freaking weird. And look, I'm not gonna chop it down all the Sims 4 people, because obviously there are other people who don't like this game. But, like, the amount of hate I see related to The Sims is genuinely painful, and they don't give these games a chance. I addressed it in my one of my 2 Life by You videos. Yeah, it's the same thing. Everyone's like, it was creepy, it's too realistic, or it's this, or it's that, or blah, blah, blah. Bro, just don't play the game. Stop complaining about it if you ain't gonna play it. Y'all act like it burnt down your village. Stop. It's weird. I have nothing against this game unless they do the things that I absolutely do not like. But for now, it's just like bare bones, honestly. I can't tell you what's going on in this game because I don't even know. I think it's interesting, like, in the what they want to add and what they're doing. It's very interesting. But at the same time, I do not really know what's gonna happen to this game and what's going on. Apparently, it's supposed to release sometime this year, which, not with that frame rate, but, yeah, it doesn't look like it's that bad, and the hate it's getting is absolutely unwarranted. I just feel like it's unfair for me to talk about these games, regardless if I'm suspicious of them or not, and not address the fact that the Sims community is a dumpster fire who hates on anything even similar to the Sims because they don't want them to take down the crown of this lukewarm game. So, yeah, with that much said, that's all I have to say. If you have any opinions or any other of that good old jazz, you can throw them in the comments. If you think the hate's unwarranted, throw that in the comments too, because I don't even know what the freak's going on with these people hating these games. I'm genuinely curious, dude. What is happening? Yeah, but with that much said, I'm interested in seeing what Inzoi has more to see. Stay tuned for that Paralives video one of these days. I will see you lot next time, and bye-bye.